series of following them around town and was like, they are 100% lesbians together. I guess why I'm still following it is because here's my throw out question to you. Is Mauricio a man, like, is it done for Kyle, but Mauricio is a husband who is trying to save the relationship and just doesn't know that it's done?
I mean, look at Mauricio has, I mean, that's the thing. It keeps every headline is the same to me, but Mauricio did say on one of his either stopping by TMZ or getting voted off that they're 100% separated. Let me confirm that, which I don't know. I guess like every time I read a headline, I'm like, didn't we already know this? But I guess technically we did it. They're 100% separated, but they're not getting divorced. And Mauricio is like, we are fighting. We are both fighting for our marriage. I don't know. You think Mauricio Umanksy is in denial, Sarah, and Kyle is checked out, and Mauricio is just like, after all these years and years of rumors about Mauricio with not just women, guys, not just women. All of a sudden, this is it. This is what's gonna, all these rumors. I mean, they even joke about it on TV. This is what's it's good. Kyle, that is just gonna be over this. I still don't understand this. I just don't.
Is Kyle having a fling and then they're going to be back together? I don't know about you, but in real life, my friends, coworkers that I've known over the years that have gotten divorced, there's always usually one person in the relationship that at some point they want to reconcile. They want that last ditch effort. They all of a sudden they like have this awakening. They'll go to therapy, they'll change, they'll cut back on drinking. Like they want to save it, right? So I can't figure out, is that where Mauricio is? Or is Mauricio like, look, we've been together 27 years. Maybe he's made some indiscretions. At least those rumors have been out there. Maybe he's sort of letting her have this fling and then they're going to come back in a year. I mean, or is she done and just keeps trying to like let him down, like kind of string him along or let him down easy? I'm still curious what the fuck is going on.
I don't know. Look, I do believe Mauricio when he says, we were fighting for our marriage. You know what? Good for you. I mean, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness couldn't save it after, that many decades. So I okay, what do I know? What do I know? I mean, Shep on Southern Charm, the latest episode, I just caught up on Southern Charm because, perhaps we got a little something happening over here behind the velvet rope. So I had to watch Southern Charm. Shep, the brilliant Shep Rose says he feels he's come to a major decision. Shep Rose has come to a revelation that, maybe marriage like our parents had just doesn't work in modern society. Shep Rose is that guy's a real scholar there, right? So he's like, maybe the times have changed and we're just open to these different types of scenarios. Look, you are preaching to the choir when it comes to marriage. I don't understand the concept of it. I do, after so many years, I don't also understand divorce, really, after so many years. I understand you grow apart, but like, I don't know. So like, you just start, but we thought Chriselle was going to marry Jason Oppenheim, that Selling Sunset, and here she is, love of her life, head over heels. I mean, it just really paints this picture of like Mo and Kyle and two busy people, and he grew yes. But I guess to answer your question, yes. Do I think Mo is more invested in saving this without overthinking it? I kind of do. And who would have ever thought that?
I do. I feel like Mo is a man
More
who
invested.
Wants this to work so
Wow.
badly. I mean, I go back to Homeless Not Toothless, which was only a few months ago. We went to Homeless Not Toothless in April. They were quite affectionate with each other. I mean, he had his arm around her. She was sort of snuggled into him. She was like leaning into him during the auction. I mean, I don't know. I no longer think it's a publicity stunt for sure. I do think he is more crazy about her than she is with him right now. And I don't know, is he just giving her this space and maybe she kind of hooks up with Morgan Wade for a while? I mean, they were just spotted in Northern California out. And at one point, I mean, it's hard to tell, right? Kyle sort of leaning over her while they're waiting at a crosswalk. You could certainly be somewhat affectionate with your girlfriend like that, and
yeah,
maybe they're not serious. I mean, have you seen the meme going around where Kyle and Morgan look like they are dressed like Wayne and Garth from Wayne's World? I mean,
Yeah.
right? Kyle does seem to be dressing like her. Like all of a sudden, Kyle has this like lesbian biker chic look. I mean, it is sort of like, well, this is a 180 from Beverly Hills. I mean, I
They're
don't know.
just so. I mean, I really strongly. I just don't. I don't feel this is for publicity anymore. I don't. I really.
No, I don't
I
either.
mean, how are you? And look, I mean, of course, she could be lying to paparazzi, but when she says enough already, enough, I believe that, and so I don't think you do this. Even like I said, even the Beverly Hills Housewives that I do speak to, possibly, or people from that area. They're all like, no, I don't think this is like this. It's gone too far, is what I'm saying. It's gone too far to be.
But they believe that they believe that they're really a couple, right?
So they believe something's going on. Yeah, they believe this is real. I mean, Kyle is. I just, it's so. I guess I don't know. Like, I understand your husband's working all the time. You're working all the time. You meet someone and just emotionally you're drawn to them. But like I said a few weeks ago, I'm not going to wake up one day and say, God, I spent every day with that wonderful woman, Sarah Fraser. We do 2 shows a week. I mean, I have feelings for you, Sarah. Like, I can't believe this. Like, I'm not straight, but I'm not going to label myself. And I feel so close to you. I want to go to Hotel Bel Air with you every night. And I want to make out with you and have sex with you afterwards. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
I would hit record. Like I would do it. I'd be like, we got to do a TikTok live right now.
Hit record and we'll go to the top of the
Wait.
charts, but we're not going to do that publicity stuff. We'll do other publicity stuff.
You're burying the lead, though. I have one last question
Talk to me.
for you on this, and we can move on to another topic. But you got press this week. You had on Morgan Wade's ex-lover, right? The blonde girl that
Katie
initially.
Cannon.
Okay, did she confirm, was Kyle the other woman when Katie went to like Morgan's show at the Troubadour and a reality star was there, and basically Katie like did this tearful TikTok saying like Morgan was there with her new girlfriend, and somebody put 2 and 2 together that Kyle was there. Did Katie confirm that?
Yeah, I mean, and so look, that was a hard interview in the sense that, like, why you're coming here. It was done in person in Hollywood when I was there. Like, why you're coming here. But at the same time, it's hard to interview someone like that because you do need to be respectful. Like, she was also on like her own, like, was it Temptation Island? It was one of the shows. See, I don't even remember. And like, you want to talk about what she's doing in life. And, at some point you're like, you got to check yourself, David, of like, you have to give this person some airtime because they're a human being. Right. And I mean, imagine how hard that is to like sit there and talk about your ex. Like, what for what reason? Now, granted, she agreed to the interview and I didn't put a gun to her head, but